It has been literally 10 seconds since the last episode, but it's been 2 days since I last recorded. Uh, well, I guess actually it would be 1 day since the last episode, but 10 seconds since I last recorded. Uh, Within the last 2 days since the last session that I recorded, um, I had my first therapy session. Which went pretty alright. I don't feel like I got anything done, but I did explain myself a lot, which is super unfortunate. I spend a lot of my life explaining myself. Unbridled ecstasy, radiant and shining, hidden somewhere in a field, luminous and blinding, uh, to describe the Dragon Balls. What else has happened within the last 2 days? In the sea below. Let's try, seize the day. I had like 3 people ask me about my name, but that's regular. That's a pretty constant in my life. No, I don't know where Sondley comes from. Uh, I don't know its origins, but the most I was able to find out, or kind of like piece together, is Sonder is um, the realization that people lead equally intricate lives to your own. And with that, it's episode time. This episode, I so could have just kept this open and known the title of the episode, is Oolong the Terrible, Season 1, Episode 4. Goku is leaving Bulma in the dust on his new flying Nimbus. And Bulma's kind of just swerving back and forth, trying to keep up with him. Instead of her clothing saying Bulma this time, it's her hat. It says it right across the top. It seems like she's about to crash. Her motorcycle's sick. It's got like 4 exhaust pipes in the back. It's pretty snazzy. Goku's asking if she's okay, and of course, she is very upset at him. I mean, honestly, what's new for Bulma? The balls are glowing, and apparently that means that the other ones are close by. I actually didn't know that. Um, we get the title card, Oolong the Terrible. Uh, but they head into a nearby village expecting to find uh, the next Dragon Ball. Bulma checks the radar and confirms that the fifth Dragon Ball is there, but finds it weird that there's no one in the town. It seems to be deserted. They each begin kind of shouting to see if anyone's around. Which, I mean, if you walk into a abandoned town, naturally that's the first thing you want to do is shout and bring a lot of attention to yourself. Um, they've walked up to a house with Sherman Priest written on the door. Don't mind my actions uh, during this episode. I am actively uh, uploading. Ooh, I'm actively uploading the episode I recorded prior to this. Goku was just hidden over the head with an axe by the farmer. At least I believe it's the farmer. Uh, and he has a little cute daughter, Sherman Priest. I suppose would be his name. I wonder if that's supposed to say shaman. Goku introduces himself, and everyone comes out of hiding. So it seems like they were hiding from someone. Bulma shames him for uh, being so reckless, um, and he explains that uh, he thought that they were Oolong. Uh, Goku once again doesn't know anything about gender and embarrasses this man's daughter. So Bulma walks over and punches him in the head. Supposedly, Oolong is a monster that treats the villagers like toys. And he's a shapeshifter. He can change into anything. He says no one knows his real identity. No one has seen the true Oolong, only his shapeshifted forms. So Oolong is more of a concept to them than like a real being. Oolong this time has transformed into what seems to be like a cyclops. They're very frightened of him. And they have no idea how to stop him. Bulma explains that they are searching for a ball that matches the 3 star, and a grandma speaks up and says she knows what they're talking about. Well, I know what you're talking about. I have one of those. And she just reaches into her pocket and pulls it out. Man, finding the Dragon Balls initially is just so easy. It's just random people have them. Bulma says, if we fix all of your problems, will you give us that Dragon Ball? And they're like, if you do that, yeah, yeah, sure, yeah. Goku keeps Goku keeps patting girls' private areas to try to tell which one's a girl. Uh, he's just kind of an idiot. Yeah, he's just a little bit of an idiot. They're all stressing the ooh, they're all stressing the importance of bringing kidnapped children back from Oolong. Uh, there is a Native American stereotype. Uh, there's kind of a native aspect to this village. I don't know if that's meant to symbolize anything, um, but it's very Native American. They've disguised Goku as a girl. And by disguise, I mean put him in a dress and covered his hair in a bonnet. Naturally, to keep the plot moving along, Oolong's here in a pencil thin mustache, uh, giant red uh, demon form. I guess is the best way to explain it. Two horns, pencil thin mustache, uh, kind of clean cut uh, hair, in a suit as well. They're trying to get Goku kidnapped. Um, he also has his tail peeking out of the back, which is funny. Oolong spots the pole on the back of Goku and asks for it. He has like a very creep look to his face. I don't know how else to put it. Oolong says, "Oh my, you're trembling," and Goku says, "That's because I need to use the bathroom real bad." In his inner monologue, of course. Okay. And another video is scheduled for 16 minutes from now. Cool. Oolong has transformed in an attempt to appeal to Goku. And naturally, he's appealing to Bulma instead. He has a very, uh, romance drama look to him. Grown. Oolong, his charms seem to be working on Bulma. He says, "You must be a dream," and naturally, she opens her jacket to show her chest and says, "Nope, all real." And Oolong goes, "Ooh, I wonder if I could puffu those boobies." He doesn't say boobies, but he might as well. That seems about on par for Oolong. He looks over to see Goku peeing, and his reality is broken. He says, "If there is one thing I cannot tolerate, it is deception," while he is a being that transforms. Um, I believe in the subtitled version of this, he says something to the effect of, uh, "You're what I hate the most." A man. When he finds out Goku is not a girl, something to the effect of, "You're a girl with a wiener," or "You're a man." One of those. Funny stuff. I think a lot of the jokes are lost in translation from Japanese to English. The village people suggest that Bulma get married to Oolong, who is currently transformed into a bull, and tells Goku it's time to beat him the fuck up. It's time to do your job and beat this guy up. Muchacho. And then taunts him. Taunts the bull. Goku is not afraid whatsoever. He takes kind of a sumo stance. He says, "You." Okay, so it seems like when Oolong transforms, he adopts a an accent as well, which is an interesting aspect of his transformation. Uh, Speaking of interesting aspects of his transformation, he notices the time and runs away. He runs around the side of a fence and turns into a pig with a military uniform on, it seems like. Oolong reveals to us that his true form is a pig. And I mean, naturally, naturally, he is a pig, only obsessed with capturing girls. He said transforming is a very powerful technique, and he went to shapeshifting school, but something to the effect of he dropped out or was kicked out, and as a result, only knows how to transform slash keep his transformation for 5 minutes at maximum. I don't know when the cooldown period is. I don't think he mentioned that, but he can only stay transformed for 5 minutes. So it seems like his cooldown is the same length of his transformation. So if he's transformed for 5, he has to cool down for 5, and then he can do it again. Goku believes that he's gone, but turns around uh, for a mech to be revealed. It's a mech suit with giant chopsticks and a bowl of ramen, I think. He's got a razor for a head. It's badass. I would cosplay this. If you haven't seen this, season 1, episode 4, this mech suit is awesome. Uh, Apparently, his transformations do not give him the abilities of the things that he transforms on, that he transforms to, uh, because he has like armor. The mech suit gives him armor, but then he spills soup on his hand, or like ramen or whatever it is. He spills it on his hand, and apparently it's hot, and it burns him. And then a kid comes up behind him and shoots him with a rock. Uh, so he's vulnerable to the same things that he's vulnerable as a pig. Cringe, cringe, cringe. Um, Oolong asks Goku what makes him think that he's any match for Oolong. And Goku says, I learned karate from my grandpa. Which, if you have any grasp on Goku's abilities, I don't think they're based in karate. I think that's just the easiest uh, concept for English speaking people to assume. Uh, Oolong presents him with a test. Uh, he says, if you can't break these 3 bricks, you're no match for me. And Goku says, that's no problem. I can do it with this one finger. And then Oolong flees from him. And Goku follows after. He turns into a bat at first, and then turns into a rocket. So it doesn't have to be an animate object for Oolong to turn into it. It seems this shape shifting school has taught him a lot. Um, and Goku's keeping up with the rocket, so it seems like whatever the average speed of a rocket is, that's how fast Nimbus is. Oolong ran out of transformation time, and Goku's kind of just letting him fall to his death. But at the last second saves him. Goku says, "That's because you haven't been being good, that you can't fly." And Oolong says, "Who the heck are you, my psychiatrist?" And then brings him back to the village to apologize to everyone. Mm. They broke the village sign and are leading him out of the village on a leash. Goku says, "Hey, if you're planning on turning into a bug, forget it. I'll squash you." He's not afraid of murder whatsoever. It seems they've brought Oolong back to his house, which is a mansion. And the villagers are going to ransack that mansion. Goku says, "How'd you get a big house like this?" Uh, and he says, "It wasn't easy. I had to rip off a lot of people. Uh, all of the girls that Oolong has kidnapped are living their best lives. They're having a great time at Oolong's mansion." He he kidnapped them with the intention of them taking care of his house and his belongings, but all they want to do is play, which honestly very shocking from children. Uh, so they defeated Oolong. They rescued the girls. They fixed all the village's problems, and they get their fifth Dragon Ball. And time is flying by. It's insane that they can have gathered as many Dragon Balls as they have so far. I think Bulma had one to begin with, and then Goku had one, and then Roshi had one, and then this village had one. So that yeah, they're cooking. 4 out of 7, they're halfway there. That's the end of the episode. I appreciate you sticking around, watching, uh, bearing with me while I actively post a video while I'm recording. That's scheduled to go live in 4 minutes. Um, yeah, it's just a very good time getting to watch Dragon Ball. I say it after, like at the end of every video, but it really is. I do recommend it if you get the chance. A lot of a lot of my life, I have been able to look back on now and be like, you know, I may have been going through something tough here, but I was also watching Dragon Ball at this point, so it wasn't all that bad. I have a real love for this story. But okay, that's it. Uh, hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want anything from me. Uh, thanks. Bye. Fuck! I turned off the mouse. Okay, not the real bye. Now the real bye. See ya.